Alright, for the YouTube channel watchers, welcome back. They're just now clearing out the Cragmaw castle. They have Glassstaff bound. They have this...
And gagged.
And gagged.
Not taking any chances with those wizarding cuts.
Yes. They have the apparent Drow female bound as well.
Too far.
The map is no longer burning to the side of the fire. Gundren, however, seems to have passed to the other side. And searching the room, they found some treasure, but nothing other than that.
So if we search the entire room at this point, does that include like the table and the rest of the stuff in the thing and the fire thing?
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
gonna try to pronounce it. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure we need to be specific.
Yeah. So the entire room has been
That's the one.
sufficiently cleared out.
Just want it to be like henceforth from now on, it will all be referred to as presents.
So how's that map?
Yeah,
Can we have her look? Who got? She got that. So you've done
I
the
swiped
map.
it out.
You swiped the map. Bear paw the fire out.
Yeah, I took some hits. It's fine.
But this flash is ephemeral, so it's okay.
If fur got singed a little.
Yeah, so what is the state of the map?
The
Yes.
state of the map is
Oh.
Matt has to roll.
The map is essentially the pain.
more than half of it is intact.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Well, that's
So,
Good.
but
Fuck.
it's very
Not great.
hard to read
It's
as
okay.
far as what it means or what it's trying to tell you.
well, maybe this not Drow can. Oh, wait, hold on. I need to get back into the accent.
Take
Go
a
ahead.
sip.
Go ahead.
I would like
drink
to
until the accent. comes back.
history check this map. I got a +3 to that.
Okay. Shannon loves those books.
15.
Okay.
Sorry, in my head, I was like 15 +3. Just like,
Plus 1, plus 5? No, it's not.
Just recognizing the kind of the environment that's right now that's drawn on there, you know that it's around the Phandelver area. It's actually just east of it.
It's not too far away.
Not into the Sword Mountains, but so east of Phandelver, north of Sword Mountains, into the mountainous region, and deciphering what letters are still on there, you can make out that this is a map to the Wave Echo Cave.
Wait, okay.
So we can make out what it's supposed to be, but is it enough that we can actually decipher the map and figure out how to get there?
Without more reference to it, probably not.
so guys,
Perhaps we can see if this Drow can offer us any more
this
information.
drow then.
Whatever she is.
This drow poser.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because she would not be in such a rush to destroy it if she did not know what it contained.
There's gotta be something
true.
more to it.
She
than
made
us.
us so, yeah.
During all this, the magical grease has seeped into the stone pores and have seemingly disappeared.
Okay. I'm gonna take them out.
Except for what is in my
in
hair.
my pack.
That is going to be here forever.
Battle over there.
Oh, cat.
Lion King.
No, not Lion King.
Long live the kitty.
Okay, so
Alright.
let's
Let's go knock on the door.
guys, I think we should just get these guys out of here, but on our way out, let's try and see if we can figure out who's in that locked room.
Alright.
Because that way, if they seem big and angry, we can see.
Now remember, the sleep spell is only going to last.
A few more seconds.
Yeah, but that's
True.
That is why they are tied up.
Right. So you guys actually like moving them with you?
Yeah,
I'd
I
say
think we should take them with
drag
us.
them
I mean, you guys will have enough time to like right now drag them basically out to the door over there.
So
Yeah.
so if we can,
Yep.
I propose we bind and gag. I was saying I'd hog-tied Glassstaff, but I actually think we should bind their legs so that they can walk but not run.
Mm-hmm.
Like give them just enough rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Then bind them
We can
together.
have like 20 feet or so.
No, she lost her rope.
I've got a
It
50
was only
foot.
like 5 feet.
Okay.
It was
Okay. Yeah.
like,
So
it was
we've
like
got-
5 feet of
We've
rope.
got rope.
Okay.
Gently
Um,
used.
Then I'll say,
With
as
love.
you finish tying them up, that's when they'll come to wake, basically. It should take you.
So they can walk but not.
So they can walk but not run. We can move them around and not have to like drag them.
Although the dragon would be kind of funny.
But it requires effort.
Yeah.
Yes, true. We already kind of have.
And then the question is whether we want to try and question them first or go explore, search, see if that guy's a friend of ours.
So the wizard is gagged.
Yep.
The female is not gagged.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, unless we want to gag her too. Did we see her cast?
She's not a wizard. As far as we know, she's not a wizard.
As far as we know, she is a wizard.
But she could be. She's clearly not.
I'm all
not
for gagging
around.
her.
That's fine.
Yep.
I don't want to take a chance.
I'm gonna find a really dirty stick.
Yeah,
She stabbed my boy Gundry.
she did.
I'm fan just ripping out her tongue.
She might know more
No.
about the contents of this
Yeah. If she
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
so quick to toss it in the fire, she probably knows what's on it already.
Yep.
I'll gag her too.
Okay, they're all bound and gagged.
So she is as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Not taking any chances.
And they can walk, but they cannot run.
Okay, they're now awake,
Probably not
taking
happy
in the
about
situation.
This. Yeah.
You can see them kind of come to two, fighting against the restraints initially, because how would they know what just happened? Looking around, they see the massacred bugbear.
And we're just like,
Sorry.
that could be you. Oh,
Who dis? Which one of them?
That's the wizard,
Yeah.
glass staff.
No.
nice
Sorry,
try.
Iana. We're not falling for your tricks.
We'll let the justice of the law deal with you.
Do we want to question them?
Well, I mean, of course, but not here.
I mean,
I would honestly rather
What are
question
you
them
waiting
until
for?
they're ourselves.
yeah, but I mean, a lot can happen between now and then.
Hmm.
Alright, I suppose. We should at least ask the woman what she knows about this map. If she knows anything at all.
I'm gonna go up to the woman and I'm gonna ask her, well, I'm gonna say, if you know anything about the map, nod your head yes.
Other than the fact that it exists and you have set it on fire.
She shakes her head now.
Well, there you
Can I
go.
punch her?
Ooh.
Non-lethal punch.
That's yeah.
Can-
I mean,
Can I say something real quick? Sir?
Yep.
Briar's gonna pull up a crate. Alright. You see that bloody hunk of flesh over there? Yep. That bugbear. He died quietly, in his sleep, and he didn't feel much pain. You know why he died? Because we didn't think he was gonna be useful. Now, we think you might be useful. But when you say you don't know something about something, it doesn't sound very useful. If you die, it's not going to be quietly and in your sleep. Now, you were real quick to destroy that map. You want to tell us why you were so queen? Or are you going to be less than useful? And I kind of inspect my various hand axes for which one I think is going to be the most blunt. It'll hurt more.
Old ladies aside.
And if you would allow it, I'd like to make an intimidation roll.
Sure.
Okay.
The easiest way to get out of
Not
people
that intimidating, as it turns out.
is through
Would be an
lying
11.
alcohol. That's why I know her entire life story.
I see.
So there is more than one way of making people talk.
This is true.
What's happening? What's happening?
You sure you can't move her mouth?
Yeah, okay. I'll help move the gag aside.
You want to kill an innocent, would you?
Innocent.
She murdered Gundren.
You did.
She is hardly innocent.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
I feel like that's
magic.
not an issue right now.
Well, you know,
You nearly murdered our friend.
Rar, she looks like she could use a drink. Let's go get her some ale.
Brandy.
Brandy.
Yeah.
Roll an insight check.
I'm gonna grab a couple mugs of brandy.
12.
And he did see her like totally shank unconscious Gundren.
I don't know anything about the map.
You knew enough to try and destroy it.
Yep.
When she says towards you that she doesn't know anything about the map, she seems to have honesty in her eyes to you.
Even though I witnessed her take the map and threaten the fire.
Then why? Then why?
So I mean, she might honestly believe that she knows nothing about the map. In which case, she's crazy,
Or she was
Which
clamored.
or she's deceived somehow,
Mm-hmm.
or she's just a really good liar.
Charmed? Enchanted?
Yeah, well, she was already
Magical
glamored as a.
Yeah, but we don't know if it's just a basic glamour or if it's something of more intense magic.
You know, we have been mentioning this thing. I'm just good to go get the brandy.
I've already
She
done
already
two.
did.
Oh, right. Oh,
Two mugs
perfect.
of brandy.
I'll bring
I'm
them
just
in.
gonna give her a little sip. Just ply her with alcohol. It's Jenny's kind of thing. She
Okay.
plies people with alcohol.
The
for
brand you guys
secrets.
found the what's it called of?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's good stuff. Why are you wasting that on her?
She's gonna feel a little better.
And the accents.
So how much did you give her exactly?
Two.
We'll start with 2. And
So-
then we'll see how much more she needs to feel more
Charmed.
comfortable.
man's words.
You gave her 2 full glasses of it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like little muggy mugs. Because, they're not going to use glasses. They're going to have, like, those wooden
Tankards.
barrel tankards. 2 tankards of
That's a lot.
brandy.
Ugh.
She's like, this is how we
She starts to throw up.
Nice.
Did we get her too drunk?
No, I think
Lightweight.
she's just trying to throw it up.
None of us drank a second glass.
True.
She's visibly sick.
Oh,
Well,
God.
that works too.
Sick with guilt from what she's done.
Why are
Why
you
did you
here?
throw the map in the fire?
I'm going to ask her, you know what? Who are you and what is your name?
Well, that's
Okay.
a good way at least that. Although now she's probably less inclined to duck with us.
Well, I'm a little
We
But
did
how
have
brand
to
did you make this?
Yeah,
In that case, she's less inclined to keep all of her fingers and toes.
Okay.
Not that
Go for it.
I'm just asking her what her name is.
And what she does, right?
Well, just who are you? What is your name? I guess.
My name's
What does she do? Please.
Virith. I was paid to destroy the map.
Specifically to destroy the map.
That is it.
By who paid you?
Wait, roll an insight on her that?
Yep.
Just to see if she's bullshitting about.
Sure.
Do we all need to? We're all listening.
20.
Natural 20 or total 20?
Natural 20.
Oh,
She seems very truthful.
lie detector. Right here.
I'm just like
15
poor
here.
soul.
What's your bonus then with that?
For what? Insight?
Yeah,
23.
23. Everyone else, it's like, I could see that. You
I don't trust people anyway.
You
just,
don't trust
you
people.
don't
That's your
trust
thing. You're just like, you just
right?
don't.
That is.
That
Sometimes
is
it's a
your
flaw.
thing, yeah.
Sometimes it's not. You call BS on her basically.
Yeah.
Who paid you?
To do that.
I'm a mercenary. I don't know who pays me.
I don't know who pays you. You need money. You need to know who's going to pay the money to you. So. So who do you work for that got the order from someone to destroy this map? What mercenary service do you work for?
All the hard questions. Like when you-
Roll a persuasion check.
Persuade.
Does that know a natural no.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Natural
10.
20.
11.
11 total?
Mm-hmm.
I work for myself.
So then who told you to burn the map?
Person who's gonna pay me.
Who?
I don't know.
Let's ask the real question. Let's address the elephant in the room. What race are you really? Because I know you're not a drow.
Most definitely, why would you want to be a drow?
Hey,
Just
did your
kind of-
unknown benefactor pay you to do anything else?
Both questions we prefer they're answered.
Yeah.
She looks to you and says, I am who I appear to be.
No.
You can roll to
No.
and to you.
I hate my
What was your
dice.
question?
Did your unnamed benefactor pay you to do anything else?
Like kill Gundren?
Kill anyone who gets in the way.
You just done ruined my trick. God damn it, Red, can't you keep your mouth shut?
I'm sorry. He wasn't really getting in the way.
No, he
Well,
wasn't.
the question was going to be, well, then why do you stab the dwarf if that was all you were paid to do was destroy the map? Well, you done ruined it.
Sorry.
Yeah. Can you put your name on the list?
Writes down Everett.
Thank you.
Poor Everett.
Guys, we're not getting anywhere with her. Obviously, some intense magic
She
going
is
here.
slippery like a snake.
She's dumb
Yeah,
as rocks.
What's your favorite limb?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Just out of curiosity.
You make an intimidation check? Ooh.
Oh, he's just
actually-
asking.
Shoot. Yeah, you guys don't believe her. At all. Since this has been talking beyond yours, you guys don't believe her.
I know she's full of shit. Stuff.
Well, we are clearly not getting anywhere with her. Maybe sometime in her bonds we'll get her to, be more forthcoming with her information.
But what's your favorite limb?
No, I'm trying not to be totally evil.
We're trying to be good. We're
Because I was really
good
trying not to be
characters.
totally evil with this character, but he
We're
was
good
way too quick
characters.
to torture.
There is a
Yep.
fine line.
I can't. No, I can't. I've been too evil already, and that's like I'm one like, okay, untie her arm, tie it down to the table. Not
Shannon and I aren't
really.
afraid to do that. I
Shannon
don't
is
care.
a little bit unstable, so I'm going to pull out one of my daggers.
Then it's not to bring
Oh,
Gundren
this
Look her in the eye.
Let's
And
just.
cereal. Well, I know you aren't a drow, and I'm willing to take off just a little bit to prove it. And I'm gonna kind of take
Whoa,
the dagger
whoa.
and kind of like, not like cut into her face flesh, but just like, drag it down the side of her face.
Whoa.
I'm not opposed to this.
She's a little bit crazy.
Wow, that's an intimidation. The
Who was-
21.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus.
Who was,
We're-
who was your god again?
We're very uncomfortable here.
I did not have a god in me. We're just like, you got Tritherion as like, oh.
Tritherion was the one that is Tritherion.
Well, if y'all are uncomfortable, you don't have to watch.
You're good, aren't you?
I still support this.
You're chaotic good.
Chaotic good.
Yeah.
Yeah, chaotic good as well.
It's not chaotic crazy.
I mean, I'm not hurting her. I'm just intensely
Who is
threatening.
the
You are
character?
scratching her face with a blade, right?
No. I'm just like laying
Okay.
it across her. I'm not cutting in. I'm
Yeah,
just
it's like a fine
slight-
I
shade.
support you.
Yeah, like a
Intimidation.
fine shade, taking some peach fuzz down. That's it. I'm not actually like gouging her
We may not
face.
support
I'm-
intimidation, but she also like
You know,
shoved
like
the
in the
guy,
movies,
like
where
shoved
they just kind of like.
the dagger into some like goblin's leg and just like dug around a little bit.
Yeah, and then I
She's-
cut his gut open and let him bleed out.
and then we set him on fire because there was nothing else to do after that. At that point, our damage had been done.
And that's really all that
I am
plan.
just saying that perhaps we should not cut off anything.
I think we need to
of
face it,
anyone.
friends. I don't think we're a good partner.
Our great party. All right.
What is your character really thinking? Is she going to legit cut her, or is she thinking I just want to threaten her a little bit so she'll talk about why she hurt her?
I don't actually intend to hurt her. Because it's just knowing that she's been changed by magic, she could be a potentially very powerful mage, or there is someone that is kind of like protecting her, so to say. So I don't want to really hurt her and provoke anyone or anything. So I'm just being really like hardcore intimidating.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna like start like cutting her freaking face off. Jesus.
Alright.
Still done.
I think we just gag him back up. Well, maybe we
This
can.
doesn't work.
Maybe we can ask Gladstone, but I'd say we just take him to the authorities.
Mm-hmm.
Charge him for the murder of Gundren.
Yep.
All those other folks.
She looks almost like straight into your pupils.
Mm-hmm.
I am of no use to you, and I am not here to harm you.
Just calling.
I'll go peacefully with you.
You definitely stabbed her unconscious at one point.
Alright, I'm just gonna re-gag her. I'm just gonna
We're done
re-gag
with you
her.
for now.
Like, I'm gonna pull her up like we. I'm done.
Okay, she complies. She's.
Yeah, if I re-gag
She'll
her,
go
like, 'cause she's
in peace
down, then
with
just
us.
stand her up.
Hmm?
Actively
She
trying
seems
to-
a little too compliant.
She's been magically altered physically, so I'm fairly certain she's been magically altered mentally.
say not. But
So a lot of these things don't make sense. This
DM
doesn't
call?
make sense.
Well, I was just wondering if we're fighting her, like, for purposes of that spell.
This one won't work.
Yes. I would rule that as a resistant kind of. But if you want to give it a shot, give it a shot. Before you put the gag on her, kind of froze up a little bit
Yeah.
more on there. It's
Oh.
still very
I was
woozy.
like, ugh.
Yes.
Right. I'm just gonna try this and see if this works. If it does not, then perhaps it was just not meant to be. She kind of just like cups her face, like, look into my eyes. Tell me your secrets.
Was he cast Charm
What is
Person
it?
on her?
Charm person,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
And they have advantage of resistance, is that what it is? Or-
Yeah, so she gets an advantage on her wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
DC 14.
DC 14. So is that charm then on her?
It
Mhm.
is, yes.
Okay.
Well, she's resistant to it because she's health again.
Is that advantage?
Yes.
Stares you in the face.
Then you hit her.
Yeah, it is. Well, unless, does it look like it worked? Is she my friend now or not?
I'm not sure what the exact visual or physical change is the same thing. She does not appear to have
This
changed her
is-
stature or attitude towards you guys. I'll say that.
Like, this is always Shanna.
It's not. Shannon was badass today. Shannon was badass today. Until she went unconscious,
Most
she
of
was
the time,
badass.
I feel like this is just Shanna.
That's the
She's
cow,
like,
or
Her
the-
resting face.
Yeah.
So amazing.
It's from the Frontier Target.
I don't think
my
so.
spirit creature.
That's not how I see Shannon. Shannon's smart.
Are you sure there's nothing else you can tell us?
She's damaged, not dumb.
I'm sorry.
I'm also sorry.
Thank you. Thank you.
It had to be done.
It did.
She
Um,
killed Godwin. It was our money.
Alright,
Oh my goodness.
Well,
He
that's what
was
we were
a-
all thinking it.
does Gundren have a family?
He's got a friend in Sildar.
So we checked other people. Was there anything of importance on Gundren? Not that I'm looting him, but that we need to bring back to
Yeah.
stuff like that,
We should probably bring back his corpse.
or extra like photocopies of the map.
No.
It's like tattooed onto his chest.
It's like Prison Break. It's just
No, what's that, Shaw? It's not Prison Break. Is it?
Blind Spot you're
Blind
talking about?
Spot, yeah.
It's just, yeah, it's kind of comedy. The Prison Break is like the actual tattoo of the prison. They gotta get out of there.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't
yeah.
watch that. I didn't know. Yeah, we probably should bring his body back so we can have
It's too much to carry. He has fallen to take something of importance, like a ring or a necklace, well, to show that he has
These
fallen.
two can walk, and I don't know.
But
Probably.
we don't want
Would
to
you
have
help
that
me
extra-
carry his body back?
We could. I mean,
He deserves a proper burial.
I mean, we could bear him out here, but I'm happy to try and throw him on my shoulder. But it's a couple days hike with body.
Yeah, with a dead
And
body.
they can always
and-
send men back to get his body.
I think Sildar would appreciate it if we brought this one back.
Well, Sildar can come out here and carry him.
Can we fashion something out of one of the bedrolls
That's an idea.
to drag him back carefully?
Well, I mean,
Well, you know what?
with bedroll, we could
Let's
probably
find
get
out
two
what's
big
in that
sticks and
other
a
room.
stretcher.
Because there might be
Yeah.
like
That
a
would
big
be the best
hulking
way to
guy
do it.
that can help us carry shit. In
Well-
fact,
Yeah, maybe he's being held prisoner. Maybe he wants. Do you want some backup over there?
well, I mean, he's at the door, so we'll see.
I'm gonna keep these two guys on a short leash.
Maybe it is a nice guy in there.
Yep, I'm gonna knock on the door and be like, "Excuse me."
So as soon as you knock,
Yep.
you hear a rustle and a large, loud roar. Come out.
You seem to be in a bit of a bind.
And then you hear and then slam against the door.
Oh, that sounds quite tough. We are not with the other previous owners of this castle.
Maybe she's like, shut it down.
No, I'm curious what happened.
I'm kind of curious to see what's in there. Do you appear to be in an unpleasant position? Would you be willing to be let out of there if you promise not to harm us?
You just hear some sort of stirring, and then once again, it's the poof, 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 poof.
Is there a window around the outside? We can see in.
It is probably some sort of creature. It does not seem to understand. You have speak with animals, don't you?
Somewhere in my life.
Did
No,
you take
that's
that-
a spell.
Did you take the spell or no? Or a cantrip?
I don't think so.
I can't remember
Run
which one it
then.
is.
No.
I'm gonna find out.
I said I could turn into an animal, and that's what all I need. Yeah, I don't have that.
Dropped it.
Okay, well, I think it's some sort of animal. It does not seem to. It responds to language, but it does not seem to understand it.
If I can see in there and see what animal it is, I could turn into that animal or
So,
something similar.
what is everybody doing over here? So you're over here.
Well,
You're
I'm,
probably
I'm
closer,
hanging
right?
out with Jenny there, and we're.
What are you doing back here? Shit.
I was gonna stay with Brar in
Okay.
case he needed backup with the prisoners.
Okay.
I was gonna keep those
Mako's
guys.
still chilling,
Get
right?
their ropes,
Is that
basically.
Okay. So you're busy just put them on leashes, basically.
Put them on leashes. I'll move them along like once we're ready to go, but
Okay.
not let them do anything.
But for now, you guys are just kind of hanging back here.
I still think we need to check out everything in this room because we didn't get a chance to do that before.
I don't know.
And any of the rooms that you guys want to search. But
Okay.
It sounds like it is probably.
right now I'm
an
watching
animal.
those guys.
Okay. I'll leave you guys back here. Then as those two
I don't know
girls
what time, and I
investigate.
don't know what to turn into to talk to it.
Well, I do not think that opening the door is a particularly good idea.
I don't think so either, but if there's a window that I could see into.
There isn't. It is a solid door.
Well, you
Well, I
might,
mean,
try-
like around
might
the
try going
outside.
around the outside.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
So those windows are usually about 15 feet up.
Yeah.
So you would need.
Like have to stand on each other's shoulders. or something.
Jesus.
Even then, we wouldn't see
Get
it.
that drawn. Peeking through the window.
There was not a lot of light, so I do not even think that there was a.
Even so, that's pretty
So we're
high
just
up.
gonna
Yeah,
leave.
it's-
So we're just gonna leave whatever this is in there then.
It is. I do not know.
Okay.
We're just
Maybe
gonna-
Glassap knows what's in there.
We can probably ask him as long as he does not cast any spells. Let's go back and ask
Well,
him.
why don't we ask that?
Okay.
Face first.
Alright.
Oh, no, I don't want to ask that bitch face because she's full of lies.
Yeah, we'll ask Glass Staff. I'm sick of talking to her.
Can I go into room number 8 since I have like a really high arcana and all that stuff, and I was looking in there before. I'd like to go back to room number 8.
So that's basically completely dark to you, because you don't have dark vision. So you
Can you grab a
there's
torch?
no open arrow slits or anything like that in there anymore. You can grab a torch. Yeah, you can light a torch. As you look in there, you see it's dark. You light up a torch using, combat, grabbing it, going in there. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Check out that room.
Mm-hmm. Spidey.
Demigorgon appears.
I will like say my things and I will leave and I will never come back.
I hate this place.
I can't do it anymore, guys. I can't keep putting you guys in danger.
dead crick.
Yeah, basically. It's been half eaten by the
So,
goblins.
because I know that in the previous room there was an altar, and it was just like to miscellaneous, multiple different gods.
Yeah. And that was
Hmm?
defaced.
Yeah.
Just kind of do like a perception check on the room, see if you see something else in there, or
Yeah, see something that is either history, well, I guess history and arcana kind of together. Stuff they kind of can't go in.
history a little different. You can do multiple checks, up to you.
Yeah.
Check.
16 either way. So 16 on history.
Just what was listed before, the different gods that are up along the walls, human gods. Goblins have been here for a little bit now. They don't appreciate the human gods. They probably have no use for the religious brazier
Human god faces have been painted over, so they're like
up there. Yeah.
monstrous.
I'll do an arcana check on the that magical bra.
Okay.
Well, didn't do anything.
You don't know that.
8.
Sad times, guys.
There is a faint sense of magic there. Or in it, or around it, or something. Somebody's around there is,
You should light it.
he's got a small kind of little ping, tiny little magic meter.
Is it lit?
It goes by.
Is the brazier lit?
No, it is not.
Can I light it?
There is a mound of coal.
Can you?
Sure, light it on fire.
Light it up.
So you just bring your torch over and light it on fire.
Light it up.
Light it up.
It takes a bit, but the coals do eventually catch and start to
Mm.
burn. But
That's better, but you can see more now.
it's a small glow, like a little cooking fire glow, so you can see a little bit, but
Ember.
nothing else seems to happen.
I'm gonna join the room with you guys because I feel like I might need them.
Okay, so she's coming back.
I'm just gonna come back. You guys are in the midst of convo, so.
Can
We
we?
just- Yeah.
Go ahead.
I just need to ask class stuff.
What's in the room?
What's
Alright.
in the room?
What's in the
Or
room?
what do you want to do?
I was gonna say let's start frog marching them through the.
Yeah, that's probably a good
And
idea.
stop by room 11 and search that on our way, and then
Okay.
just go to room 8.
Sounds good.
Oh, but we can ask about that first.
Okay, where was that? That 13?
We'll see if he like tries to guess.
Goes up there. Go up to 11?
So we can let's interrogate Glassstaff real quick.
Alright.
Unless you want to describe.
Go for it. You can go to Glassstaff first.
Hey, can you take Miss Lizelot into the bathroom for a bit?
Certainly.
You guys should separate them. Interrogate.
It's generally a good idea.
It's a little high on the.
Yeah, I don't know,
Sorry.
and it doesn't matter. We've already been. Hey, what's in that room? I forget to pull out his gag. I move the gag aside.
The
I
back
have
door.
If I even
to
think
his
you're casting a
neck,
spell,
just in case he tries.
Yeah.
I'm
Just so
gonna
you
stick
know.
this fist in your face.
Just so you know, I have a knife to his neck just in case he tries to pull me
Yeah,
apart.
and
It's
if somehow I miss, she's got a knife,
We
and
just,
she can be a bear.
we just want to know what is in the room that is blocked from the outside.
The one with the big bar on it, right?
Yeah.
And the growly thing on the other side.
Sorry.
Not good enough.
I don't know.
What the shit? Why is everybody so fucking useless in this stupid castle?
This is not my castle. If this is
Whose
my
castle is it?
I'd like to invite you guys in. I'm very sorry.
Whose
I can't-
castle?
Whose castle is
Oh.
it?
Oh.
If you say I don't know,
Is it the
It
dead?
kind of points over to what was
King
his?
Coral or whatever?
King Groll.
Yeah.
Coral.
King Coral.
Where's Coral? Coral! He's never around where you need him to be.
Coral!
Oh,
Coral.
yeah. He's found a better place.
So, it's his castle? And you don't have any clue what could be in there.
This is my retreat point. I came here after, well,
So do you know this particular lady? Is she the spider or whatever bullshit she is?
she's not the spider.
Oh.
Who is the spider?
The spider is a male drow wizard.
Real drow or
like
fake
male.
drow?
Oh.
But real drow? Because she is not
She's
a
not real drow.
What do you mean?
You knew she was glamored. You're a wizard.
You
So
can
obviously-
roll insight if you like.
Yeah.
He's obviously not a very good one. Yes.
13.
13.
16.
Looks to be telling the truth.
These people are all dumb.
Yeah.
Well, he
they're
probably
just
didn't try
also-
casting sleep on her. That's the only reason we had any inkling.
Can I?
These are all idiots.
I want to do an Arcana check on
Super.
him and see if there's anything magical, like the Drow lady.
Okay.
Like a glamour
Okay, yeah, you can check for it. Sure.
or a spell or something.
No,
That's just funny.
I was gonna say
Nat
he
20,
reveals to
nat
be a
20.
drow, but then the sleep wouldn't have worked on him.
You can tell he's a wizard.
Drow all along.
But there's no other kind of
So he's
spells.
just pure dumb.
There's no active spells on him.
Everyone is just
I wouldn't
pure
say
dumb.
pure dumb. We may just be pure ignorant.
So we should have kept King Coral alive then.
Clearly, he is the only
Too bad.
intelligent one among them.
Alright, well, guys, there's clearly some very powerful magics going on. Just, we
Well,
should.
I think we should talk them over the Sildar and be rid of this. Our money died. I don't know what we are supposed to do now.
It's not a problem anymore, really.
Right? Maybe we should just go back to the Blushing Blossom.
Just have some drinks and go to
Yeah.
bed. This
Yeah,
sucks.
just.
Well, let's just.
Well, if you guys are done giving up, let's
Let's take them to Sildar.
Search
Perhaps he will give
this
us.
room,
Yeah, let's search.
please, finally.
Yep.
Yes.
Alright.
Let's loot this place, y'all.
Let's loot it!
I feel like we've done a pretty good job so far, but I know we haven't checked that room because we just fought through it.
Yeah.
Flip back.
And number 8 as well.
12.
11 and 8.
11 and 8. There's this 11 is full of this rotten food
That's
storage.
interesting.
Something for goblins to chew on if they're lacking food, but it would not
What
be
if that
appetizing
brandy
for
though?
you.
What is that really?
We can bring the rest of the bottle with us.
The brandy, what is it?
You have drink 1, 2, 3
Plus 2.
plus 2, so 5 of the 20 cups. So there's 15 cups left.
Yeah, but what is it?
We don't know.
We'll figure
I'll
it out
never
later.
tell you. You
We'll
have
figure it
to
out
find
later.
somebody in the game. I can't tell you that.
Maybe Edward can tell us when we rejoin him. If he does not
Oh
speak
yeah,
at all.
that's his specialty.
We're gonna-
right?
Well,
So you guys are coming back to going through 8. You guys just kind of look over everything.
Well, when we get to number 8, I'm gonna look at you two and be like, there's something magical with that bra right there.
Alright.
I can't
It is
figure
more
out
than
what
I
it
can.
is. I don't have Arcana.
You know a lot more than I do on this.
Yeah, I don't
I
have.
barely
I can
read.
do.
Honestly, I don't read very often.
intelligence?
I don't even read
No, I
books.
can't. 0.
She reads like Harlequin novels that the other hordes like the
Religion,
actual
0.
like the actual hordes that the
Investigation,
Blushing Blossom
0.
have. That's what she reads.
You can still roll it.
I know, but it's just like, no.
It might not necessarily be magic either.
It might
Just-
be a religion or something. I don't.
Said that there was something magical in there.
Anything.
Yeah.
Perception?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
Anything jumps out at me.
no, nice.
17.
I'll try perception. See what happens. No.
You just kind of look over at the coals
That.
It's
smoldering
on
there.
fire.
There was
It
a
was-
copy of the map in there, but now you burned that
And
one
It
too.
Yes.
was not fire before.
Kind of put your foot up on it and just rock it a couple times, and you see something golden sticking out.
Golden.
There's something in there.
Well, it's on fire. So maybe it's the fires in there.
There's something else in there. Hey, Minkles.
No, not Minkles.
Yes.
I'm gonna
I-
take.
I was gonna just grab my javelin and try and
Flip it out.
flip whatever's in there out with like a fire poker.
Okay. You poke around in there and dusting out some of the coals. You see that there is a statue of a sun elf. It was wrapped in crimson cloth, but that has since
Burned away.
burned away. So it is basically like a nudish statue of.
Elves are weird. I mean,
I'm
except
gonna,
for you.
I'm
I'm pretty
gonna
weird.
pour my water skin out onto it
Okay.
and like use the water skin itself to pick it up out of the coals.
He plucked it out, so now it's kind of either on the javelin or on the ground.
Yeah, it's hot, but it's on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
gonna pour it
smoldering.
on the ground.
Okay. As steam rises up above it. Yeah.
Pick it up with the water skin because I assume it's leather.
Okay.
Or a little bit heat resistant.
Yep.
Can I do a? Well, it's just a sun elf, so I mean,
It's just a golden statue of a naked elf.
Yep. There you go. Gonna take it with us.
Is that what you thought was magical?
Maybe.
Hmm.
I'll do an Arcana check on it and see if that was the source of my magical pain. Don't screw
Magical
yourself
pain.
for me, dice. 15 plus 3, so 18.
It seems to have some sort of magical properties of it.
Yeah, I think this was the magical thing bar.
Neat.
Thank you. Can we go home and go to sleep now?
I think we should.
Okay, so are we still trying to transport our good buddy Gundren?
Yes, I think
Okay.
we should.
Do
That's
we make
fine.
a stretcher?
I think that's the best way to do it if we're gonna do it. But we also have these 2 prisoners.
I'll take one.
So we need probably 2 people for the stretcher. Everyone else needs to watch the prisoners.
Alright.
Do you need me to animal form to get us home? Or?
How about we carry Gundren?
Yeah.
You 2 keep an eye on the prisoners. You're ready to go bear if something goes bad.
Okay.
Making briar plans.
Alright,
He's wise.
Michael, do something productive, please.
Miko, just
Gotta
keep an
have-
eye on them. If they look to be
Minkle's
acting
like riding
shifty,
on Gundren on the stretcher. No, Minkle.
He's trying to lift it up, but it's this little tiny, little scrawny arm. Just, he just can't.
keep an eye on the prisoners. If they start doing anything shifty, let us know.
Okay.
Can we ask if there's anything we neglected to carefully search in the place? Apart from that one room that has a good thing in it?
I don't think we're allowed to ask stuff like that.
Well, no, I mean, because... Well,
I don't
I don't know.
I've never played this before.
You guys have sufficiently checked 14 for sure. 12, there's just hobgoblins, barracks there. 11, you guys searched through other crates. 8, is basically just a, fire pit, the brazier there, and found that. 9 was the altar. 7 was the lunch area. 2 was a trap. 4 was
I remember that one
another
pretty well.
right, barracks area. 6 was barracks area. 5, you guys found the barrel of food. 6 also had the weapons.
I'm content.
There, I mean,
I think we should just go back to town.
I'm down.
Yep.
For sure.
Hopefully the law will be on our side.
I would say that you guys have pretty much noticed everything.
It's fine. I felt like we'd looked at all the rooms. I just want to make sure I wasn't...
Yeah.
My only
Mentally
concern
Right now, you grabbed everything you guys should have.
Why
That's,
like
you know.
it's
it's a different
find
story.
her way out of a paper bag.
We're gonna have to keep her gagged and let them know
Yeah.
she is
She goes down
enchanted.
to
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Yeah. Well, she's also if she's a Drow, they're like mostly kill on sight by everything on the surface because they're assholes.
Oh, they're just...
Yeah, they're basically considered all around evil and generally met with distrust.
When did you think of Glamour Barrel?
You know what?
I don't know.
Do we know who might be able to know that? Like an Arcana check?
What's that?
Do we know if it's actually glamour? We just know that she's not.
Enchantment,
right?
a glamour, a
Yeah,
whatever
we just
it
know that
is.
she has been magically altered in some way.
Yeah,
Mhm.
to look like a Drow. but
Is
she's
there
not
a way
Drow.
to know that how long it would be?
Well, we're going to be traveling for a
2
day.
days
So,
or...
yeah. So if it doesn't wear off, then it might be something more permanent.
Yeah. That's the least of our concerns.
Apparently,
right now.
somebody can turn into a sheep for like forever.
When we've been like manhandling her, does her physical form seem to match what we see?
And
Does that make
touch.
sense?
Yes, so like when you put the handcuffs on, they don't seem to like sag like through the skin or anything like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Her form seems to be physical
Yeah.
as well as
So
visual.
it's not just an illusion.
Yeah,
Right.
She's been deeply magically changed.
Ultrasound.
23
Fine.
rolls.
See.
The one time I
All right.
can succeed.
Back
Lots of
home,
things
we're
I
just
can do
gonna
then.
leave that creature to die.
And we're gonna tell them that creature's out here, so I mean, we need to like do so.
Yeah.
No,
It probably has food or something. I don't
it'll be
know.
fine.
It'll be cool.
If you're really, really upset about it, I mean, you can shapeshift into a cat and just like release it and then run really fast away.
Oh no, I'm
So
not that
that's-
concerned about
okay.
it. I'm just saying.
Or we just let the door on fire. Give ourselves some time to run away before it breaks through.
It did not sound very happy to hear us. So honestly, it might
It
be
didn't sound
an
like
animal.
I'm thinking maybe I should awesome claws.
Probably.
Like, gosh.
Oh my god, we are barely holding our livers in. Let us just go home.
Please,
Okay.
we need some rest.
That's good.
And we need to give
Agree.
Sid some closure about his friend.
Yeah.
And maybe get paid for something.
I mean, outside of the game,
We
I
really
do
did
think
not
there is something
accomplish.
important in that
What was
room.
our original goal?
To save him.
No, well, we
Save
did.
Gundry.
No, when we first met Gundren. what
Oh,
was
to
the goal?
escort him.
So the original goal was to escort the cargo wagon to Phandelver.
Yep.
Along
We did
the way,
that.
you found the horse of Sildar Gundren dead, and then missing. So
They
then-
went ahead. That was their fault.
Serious.
That's
Is there a contract about that?
No.
Look at you go. How you gonna fit the other last guy on
I
there, though?
can't. I don't know how.
What if you put that bottom guy on top of that guy?
Well, just remove the pyramid and put the percentage die on top of the D8, and then put the pyramid on top of it.
Oh, see, that's why Gundren died.
Oh. Alright. Let's get back to Sildar. Return Gundren's body, give him his friend, turn
Yeah, let's do that.
Nemesis.
Can we like sleep sometime?
Well, we
It's a
will.
2-day trip back to
Yeah.
town, so.
We
Yeah,
will
sleep
have,
sometime.
yeah,
Um,
an overnight break.
Okay.
We'll have to keep our eyes on the shifty, not elf.
This bitch. We gotta have a watch on her at all
Oh,
times.
yeah.
okay, so you guys are now leaving the castle.
Yep.
You're heading south through the woods.
Mm-hmm.
What would the marching order be? So I guess we can clear the board of this guy.
No, I want to say that you're gonna lead us back because you have inward direction and mental valley. You're very good at what you do. And then
Because
these
I
two
have
prisoners. Do you want to do it this way, or do you want to be closer to them?
Well,
Michael.
I think it's each of us is toting the prisoner,
Yeah.
and then you two are toting his body.
Okay.
And then
Like that.
Minkle is kind of like here-ish, keeping an eye on the two prisoners, so to say.
Got it.
So, I might suggest put one in front of each of these guys so they can't run backwards.
So we're leading it?
Put us in front
Okay.
of them so they can't run forwards.
Okay.
And if we need to drop Gundren, I don't think he'll care.
No. I will not.
His feelings will not be hurt by this.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Alright.
Okay, Minkle's carrying the flank over here.
Minkle's scouting.
Okay. Okay. So heading down south through the woods. The moon is actually pretty full, so it gives you enough light. It's a full moon. In the distance, you hear like a howl.
I like wolves. Wild wolves.
Well, if they happen to eat our captives, that it will be tragic.
But we will not be safe.
Not terribly.
So as you guys carry on down, trying to backtrack as best you guys can, but with the forest canopy and the actual grass area, it's not an actual trail you guys are following, it's tough. But along the way, Kelsey, roll a dex saving throw.
Why? 14.
14. Off to the side, as everybody's passing by, a giant black wolf jumps out and tries to lunge at you. You're able to dodge away from it.
Wolf up.
So you turn around, you face him, and his teeth are showing. It's ferocious. His eyes are intelligent, though. It's not a normal wolf. And also from the woods, a giant moose comes galloping out as well. As it clears the brush to your guys' right, it transforms into a tall, pale blue skin, dark blue, almost kind of like a bowl cut female moon elf.
Are these your parents?
They look youngish. They look about her age.
It's hard to tell with elves. They are basically ageless.
I know.
It's
A little bit, about just slightly a couple years older than her. They're not. They don't appear to be her parents. The tall one that's transformed says to everybody else, "Stand down. This is part of her trials."
Trials.
your trials? Wait, your trials?
At this point, Brar's already dropped Gundren and is going for his action.
And the big one that's about 6 foot, 4, hands are up, basically trying to block off the big wolf and Warren Thunder over here, saying, "This is their trials. She needs to fight. We need to see how strong she is."
So,
Is this really the best time?
And on that, it's 10 o'clock. Do you guys want to call it, pick up next time, or you guys want to keep going?
Seems like it's a good
It's probably
spot.
a good spot.
What?
Okay.
It's a cliffhanger.
It is a really awesome.
Let's get you excited for the next episode.
Yeah.
Next time, we shall figure out who is this tall figure, moon elf female.
bitch, I will kill you.
Who is this giant black wolf who lunged at you? And how they tie into your backstory.
I think you
How
need
can you give me a trial for 100 years by myself?
They're the worst parents ever. Basically. I think you should just turn into a bear and eat them.
I think a wolf might actually be better, but I don't know.
Uh,
What's the thing about how do you know if you can turn into something?
Alright, well, we shall pick this up next time as we answer
Sorry.
her polymorph questions over here. Next week, Saturday, I think is okay, everybody? Alright, we'll figure out.
Maybe we'll have a cleric.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll tell him he's the reason that Gundren died.
It's not even
Basically.
true.
He got too drunk, decided that he really wanted to join us, and he meets us halfway.
There we go. We'll figure out what's going on with that cleric. Till next time, guys, check us out on YouTube. We have previous episodes up there. Check us out on our webpage.
Tomorrow.
They're linked as well. These ones will upload to YouTube as fast as we can. Any other announcements?
It's Alla's birthday.
Happy birthday, Allah, again.
Happy 25th.
Check out our charity. Donate. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.